All right, guys. Well, this was a fun week. I definitely had at least one grinding round, but all in all, I played some good golf this week. I had a lot of fun doing it. I played Montecito in California. I played a course in Germany. I played where? I played in Paris, which was a cool course, beautiful course. I grinded there. And then where was the last course? I played, oh, of course, I played in Sea Island, Georgia, which is a place that I've actually played a bunch of times. So I just kind of cut together this highlight reel. I think it'll be pretty fun. There's some good golf, some bad golf. Check it out. Oh man, all right. Well, this is an awesome golf course, Sea Island, Georgia. I actually went to college near here, so let's get right into it. This was actually early on in the round, and to be honest, I don't make a lot of putts, so I had to throw this in the highlight reel. This was an awesome shot. It was going after a par 5 and 2. And to be honest, I had to chip this 3-wood, which isn't a shot that I practice a lot. And man, I just stuck that. It was really one of the better shots of the day. It was a lot of fun. This was actually, I think, the very next par 5, and I wanted to throw it in there. Yeah, I even did it to kind of remind myself. I made 2 eagles in this round, which was a blast, and also something that doesn't happen very often. But yeah, I was kind of pin hunting with the 3-wood, which is never a bad thing to say. Oh man, yeah. All in all, I shot 6 under. It was an awesome round. Oh, this was a blast. This is in Germany. I actually played this on an earlier stream and shot even, so I wanted vengeance. This is a tight part. Honestly, the entire course is extremely tight. But that was just a nice, solid shot on a pretty tough par 3. Here's like a good example where if you just hit it a little right of the fairway, and this is a par 5, I would have easily been able to hit it in 2, but all I can do is just keep it under. And that's honestly, it's like real golf. You have to just stay in play. If you hit it into a deep bunker, you got to punch it out. I actually had a couple really good iron shots in this round, and kind of wanted to show a few of them. See, I really started flagging that one. You could tell I was a little pumped. Oh man, 7 under. It was so much better than the last time I played it, so I was just happy. All right, here's Paris, which I played once before, and I didn't think it was going to be that hard. But I really want to show you how if you're just a little bit off, this is just me backing off a wedge shot, and I practice those wedge shots every day, and it's just left, and I think that led to a bogey. Here's a tight par 3. It's 200 yards. I was trying to, I think, knock down a little 4-iron, and look, this is honestly 4 or 5 yards right, but look what happens. It's just such a tight hole that just bounces to the right, and there he goes. I was trying to go for the center of the green. That one might have led to a bogey. This is just me trying to give you a vibe. This round was such a grind. I'm just trying to kind of punch out an 8-iron under a tree, and it wasn't even a bad drive. But this is just kind of a good example of what I went through on this round. I kind of fast forward it. And then when I do hit a good shot, this is a good example, and I have countless putts like this, hit a really good chip, and nope, did not go in. And actually, I very rarely chip in. It almost never happens. Here's a little par 3, another good example. The wind was left to right, and I just didn't adjust for it, and it was actually not even that bad of an iron shot, but it just blew right. I kind of had to show this because honestly there was few highlights here, but this was one of them. Not very often seen on my sim, but I chipped in, and you can tell how pumped I was to birdie a 155 yard. I shot 1 under. It was a grind. If you watch it, you can see me grind hard. This is Montecito Club. This is a Nicklaus course. And honestly, this is so undulated. This whole course is so undulated. This is the first hole. Like, I landed that in the fairway, and it just rolled off. I happened to stick that one, so I got off to a good start. I was super pumped about that. I just wanted to show how undulated this is. This is a 320-yard par 4, and I could not hit driver because I was worried I'd go OB long. So I just absolutely hit a 3-wood as hard as I can, and I think it's about a 309 carry, and I made it over the bunker, and it unfortunately hit the downslope and kicked forward. I did get that up and down, but I was just, if I carry the 3-wood 310, I got to show it. This is actually on the last hole. My speed is getting back up, and I want to show this. This was a good 116, 117 mile per hour golf swing, which, with a strained wrist, it's getting better. And you can just see the undulation, just rip it over into the rough. And I kind of fast forward here because now I'm having to hit, a really difficult, hard 3-iron way up a hill and out of rough, which on the sim, it takes a lot of power out when you're out of the rough. And just look at that kick, man. It's just such an undulated course. I actually played great all day. That was a good way. I ended up 2-putting for birdie on that last hole. And so, I ended up shooting 6 under at Montecito. It's par 71, so that was a 65. Well, I hope you liked the video. I had a lot of fun doing it. I always have to thank everyone that comes on and actually hangs out with me during the live stream. I'm really just alone in a room training. And so you guys coming in, you guys talking with me, asking questions, and honestly just having fun just helps me focus, and it makes it a way better experience for me. And truly training on this has made my game feel a lot better. I've been suffering from a little wrist strain, and this week, right at the end, I was touching ball speeds of like 174, close to 175, which is actually getting back to kind of my top speed. So I'm really happy with the work that I've been putting in, especially being in isolation. I'm so fortunate that I was able to go and train. I'm going to throw up my schedule for next week. It's going to be right up now. And if you guys ever see me live, please go ahead and click on it. Come in, ask some questions. I absolutely love it. Other than that, next week should be a fun week filled with training. So I'll see you guys then.